Hey guys!
What's up, people of the interwebs? Welcome to the Seth and Colby show.
We're both robots, apparently.
Yeah, you're just a high-pitched tone.
Yeah, I was like an answering machine or something.
Monotone robot.
Yep.
We got it.
One tone. That's mono. Spanish.
That would be.
Yeah.
Mono.
Tone.
Uno tone.
Welcome, guys. It's the Seth and Colby show, episode number 38.
38.
It's we have. I wanted to announce it with like some fanfare, but then I was like, that's not our show. So we got our sub button.
We got the sub button.
And it's all thanks to all you people who watch, chat,
Yes.
listen
Thank
on
you.
Twitch. So what does this mean for those of you who aren't on Twitch? It means that we're finally respected.
We are respectable.
I got the phone call from Barack Obama last night congratulating us.
Hey, Seth, congratulations on the sub
thanks,
button.
Barack. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got the call from the president of Egypt because I was going to say president of England, but then I remembered that England doesn't have a president.
That's true.
They have a queen or prime minister. So then I tried to quickly think of another country with a president.
Egypt is where you went.
Do you know a country with a president?
Philippines.
You don't, but see, you didn't know that. You don't know that.
I do.
You know the president of the Philippines as much as I know the president of
His
England.
name is Duterte, I believe.
You
is his
definitely
last
are
name.
making this up.
I am absolutely not. It was in the news a while back. He's like the Asian Trump. He's very right and not. Ooh!
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Ooh! Who knows things? This guy.
Rodrigo Duterte.
I told you.
You got it, man.
Don't come at me when I'm sounding confident in what I'm saying.
Wow.
Don't do that.
Wow. I am.
Other than that, you got me, man.
Egypt has a president too, so there you go, man.
Yeah.
Abdel Fattah el-Sisi.
They had like the whole riots like a while back.
Oh, I don't know.
Gave him
I mean,
things.
you're the news guy. You just pulled the president of Philippines out of your butt. I don't know it. I don't know, world. I thought England had a president for a hot second, so obviously I'm not qualified to comment on it.
You're unqualifiable.
But
you got a call from Obama, and he was like, "Congratulations."
you know what?
Seth
This
and
doesn't
Colby.
really make sense either. Like, why would Obama call me? It would be Trump now.
Yeah.
Because Obama's not our president
Hey,
anymore.
Seth, congratulations. You're the hugest show on Twitch. You got your sub button. Congrats.
They
Big win.
yeah.
Big water.
I saw your meme of me drinking, talking about the ocean.
I really appreciate you showing off my knowledge of drinking water. Thank you for supporting me. You are the best.
I think that's how the phone call with Trump would go.
I'm pretty sure that's how it went. Right?
Yeah,
he would just
exactly.
think he doesn't see negativity, and
Nope.
he's just like, yeah.
He looks for the best in everything. You know, that is one of his better qualities. He definitely tries to find the positive about himself in every situation.
in everything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Anything about him.
Yep.
It's
So,
positivo.
so we got the sub button. That's a big deal. So
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Give us some money.
Colby will continue to whore out in multiple ways now.
Yeah.
Now he can ask for donations. He can ask for cheers. He can ask for subs. He can ask for follows. He can ask for a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
He even tweeted it out. That's what Trump did about our show.
He's
See?
like, check out at Seth and Colby.
Wouldn't that be
on Twitch?
a disaster?
That would
for
be
us?
great. I don't care.
Would it be
I'll
great?
Take it.
I don't know if it'd be great or.
We'd get all the right wingers coming here and being like, Hitler did nothing wrong.
That's
and
the problem, is that I don't know that we would.
No.
I feel like we would get a lot of people who come here to be like, Trump endorsed these people, they must be awful,
Oh yeah.
because it's
So
Twitter.
we just get hate.
Right. Like, I feel like 80% of the people on Twitter are against Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Maybe.
I think so.
I don't know, man. There's been a couple polls out, like
Twitter polls, though? Okay.
yeah, like a BLM account, Black Lives Matter account.
Okay.
Like saw that Trump retweeted a poll of like, how is the president doing in your opinion? And the poll was, it was approved. Like they think he's doing good. And so Black Lives Matter account was like, all right, let's try this again with our followers. What do you think the president's doing? And it was still
Yeah, but those
approved.
you could just.
I mean, that was
you
a
could just
trolling incident.
buy
Somebody,
votes for that, though.
well, and also somebody found out that.
Right.
Somebody on the right wing found out that BLM tweeted a poll about that, and so they're like, let's just go
Right.
troll this thing. And
Right.
they took that tweet down, by the way. So, I mean, what are you going to do? I don't polls.
God,
get out of
dude.
here, man. Polls
Those
don't
things are
make
so
any sense.
fake, dude.
They're all just like,
and they're all rigged.
and
Anyone can vote anything.
Yeah, you can ask a person one day, like, how do you feel about that? And then like some bad news story of Trump's in the news, and they're like, oh yeah, that person bad.
Also, I have
day
the power
later.
to vote at a poll like 8 different times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could vote. I could vote like yes on the Seth and Colby account, no on the Z Swigs account, yes on the Duo account, no on my other Twitters. Like,
and all the right wingers, I'm sure, have multiple accounts.
Right, because they all have their own blogs that have
Mm-hmm.
like Twitters. I don't know why I imagine I just imagine like everyone that's on Twitter has a blog.
Has a blog,
Yeah.
really. That's their money making technique.
No,
now.
I don't think they use it to make money. I think they're just like, check out my blog.
Check out the blog, man.
Like, what else do you put in your website field on your
write
Twitter?
stuff here for blogness.
Like, what do you put on your website for Twitter if you don't have a website? Are there people out there that have Twitters that don't have websites for their Twitters?
Probably, right? Would they link their own Twitter?
I don't know.
As their website.
That's what I'm wondering.
Here's an outbound link, twitter.com/me.
Because like, I feel like back
You
in the
click it,
day,
you're already there.
like, Twitter was made for the tech people. And, of course, they all had blogs.
Right. Or product.
Like, I should, like,
stores.
look at, like, my sister's Twitter. But, see, she doesn't tweet that much. See?
Yeah.
Like, and you have a Twitter, and you don't have a website, but you don't tweet that much, you know? Like, I don't know, man.
I don't know anybody that uses Twitter.
I don't know anybody.
Minus you.
I use Twitter mostly to promote my website, though.
Yeah. Other than that,
Yeah.
I don't use it. I've stayed away from the social media.
Like, do you think anyone goes on, like, Facebook and then tweets out links to their Twitter? Or, sorry, like, posts links to their Twitter as their website? Like, you think anyone uses Twitter as their website? Like, all of my views and opinions are on Twitter.
Yeah.
You think so?
I don't think they use a website, but they use their username. I've made so many shirts for people that have their usernames on the shirt.
Their Twitter usernames.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Dude, what world do we live in right now, man?
They want to promote themselves, man. And yeah, I mean, anything. Like Twitch, especially. Like, if you have a Twitch, you have a Twitter.
Right.
And you're linking to that Twitter.
Right, but then Twitch is your website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know anyone who's like...
So it's either a streamer, a YouTuber, or a Twitcher.
Right. Or a dude with a right-wing blog.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen blogs? I haven't seen blogs.
Dude, I don't see anything.
I don't go to blogs at all.
You
Who
go to
reads
blogs all the time.
I'm on YouTube 24/7, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Sad.
I don't
That's what chat
read.
says. Sad.
I don't read things.
It's sad. I've been including sad at the end of a lot of my personal tweets just because it's hilarious to, like...
Sad.
Like, you know, you can give Trump all the crap in the world, but the man figured out the fastest way to communicate a point.
He did.
Like, I stubbed my toe last night. Sad.
Sad.
Like, you don't need to go into depth about how that makes you feel. You just
There's a
include
deep, dark
one word of
bruise.
emotion, you know?
Very emotionally painful
Like,
about it.
sad, mad, great, happy, big, huge. Like, just keep it simple, one word.
He
That's
used
how you...
cute one time.
Cute. That's how you get the American people to follow you, by using one simple word, not overwhelming them with your vocabulary.
Some guy tweeted like,
Big water.
the only president that should be allowed to have multiple terms is President Trump. And then he quoted that and then put cute at the end of it.
I left YouTube after the whole Google thing. You mean like when YouTube was bought by Google?
Or the adpocalypse thing.
Yeah.
Like this year or like a while ago.
Yeah, because it was either like in the last 6 months or it was in the last 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very curious.
I'm very curious.
Very curious.
Very curious.
But yeah, guys, so that's a show. The show's making waves, and we appreciate you being here. What does this mean for us as content-wise? Well, as you can tell for the last 9 minutes of the show, it means nothing.
It means not.
We're going to keep doing this stupid, silly show the exact same way we've been doing it. Only the hope is now Colby will make more money. Sacking the guy. You know what he's talking about? Who got fired, dude?
There was like I don't know if you would consider him right-wing. If this is what I'm talking about, Morris, you let me know. But I'm pretty sure there was a guy who put out a memorandum or something like that. He sent it out saying that Google shouldn't be hiring only diversity people.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Intellect
I
rather
gotcha.
than just
Okay, yep.
skin. And
I
then,
saw that.
They just fired that guy straight
Yeah.
off because it was sexist.
Yeah, because he had
and racist
opinions.
and-
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. That's a good reason to leave. I still have YouTube.
Well, where are you
Red,
supposed to
so-
go? Like, that's the problem with YouTube is that there's nowhere else.
No.
Like, I get in, like, I follow a couple Reddits, like the Let's Plays Reddit and, like, the Twitch Reddits and that type of stuff that, like, people post their content on YouTube, like I do. And, like, like Nintendo is notorious for this. Like every single time I post a Nintendo Let's Play, like Mario Odyssey or Splatoon or something to YouTube, it gets flagged for audio and video copyright.
Oh yeah, Nintendo's terrible on YouTube.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like people are like, where do we take our content? And there's not even another option.
Right.
Like it's not like there's a competitor that's just not as big. There isn't another competitor.
Vimeo, man.
But yeah, people say Vimeo, but then people are like, Vimeo isn't for that. It's for high definition portfolio items.
Right.
Like it's not for your opinion of the day
stuff,
or a Let's Play or something.
You're definitely not going to get the views either on Vimeo compared to a YouTube
But see, the thing is like the idea is that if you change to Vimeo, if everyone changed to Vimeo, then the Vimeo would start to get the views. But Vimeo doesn't want you. They want the artists.
Yep.
That's what they want. They don't even want you to do the thing.
It's sad what we focus on.
Here, Twitch is usually the one mentioned because they're trying to do uploads and all that stuff. But again, the audience isn't really here.
Right. They're here for if the live channel's live, I'm watching
right,
the live channel.
Right.
But if my favorite streamer puts up like a laugh you lose challenge or some crap, that's not getting seen.
Yeah, I don't think generally people use it for that. Amazon just announced a YouTube style site. Oh, did they?
Ooh.
Oh, did they? I do want that.
That'd be cool.
I do want that.
You want Amazon to take over the world, man?
I mean, Google already took over the world.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Amazon seems to be doing a good job with Twitch, so I just don't want I just don't want a company to own the user like YouTube does.
Yeah.
Like YouTube just is made for advertisers. It's not made for content creators.
Right.
You know.
Well, yeah, now.
Sure. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I don't know when. No, I would say always. Like because the problem with YouTube, okay, in my opinion, is that they got started back in the 04-05 era of digital is new and scary.
Yeah.
You know, like when iTunes was just coming out and all that, like the iPod was getting popularity and the Pirate Bay was getting popularity and all that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And so the Congress and the Senate were really hardcore on the DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, and making sure to enforce it. And YouTube at the time was the big dog, and they still are. And so they got really hammered by, I think, the time that they were growing, and the copyright is such an important thing. Where Twitch is a product of the 2010s, copyright is less a hot button issue now.
Right.
And so, I mean, they do copyright protection and stuff on, like, highlight videos, but they just don't care about the streams or, I mean, for the most part. Obviously, some people get, like, if you stream Star Wars, you're going to get banned. But, like, if you play music in the background, no one's going to care. If you play a YouTube video in the background, no one's going to care. And that's because in today's day and age, people understand there's no way to really police that.
Right.
But back when YouTube was first getting started, they were trying to police it as hard as they could. And YouTube never stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Like, they have that reputation for being, you know, the people who stomp on copyright infringers as fast as they can.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there was a big, so, I don't know. It definitely wasn't Supreme Court, but it was a big ruling in a court about, like, it was H3 Productions. Where it was the commentary videos on stuff.
That.
And they won based off of that, so that's pretty big.
Which was a huge win for content creators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that means that, no, you're not just stealing content and putting it up for another place to see it. You're actually providing a new source of entertainment on it, a new commentary of some sort.
I mean, I don't think that anybody, like, there's a copyright rule. Like, I learned this when I had my day job, you know, a few years ago at a sportswear company, because they would make like the Green Bay Packer logo, big G. All right, well, they would take the big G and they'd squish it this much, and then they would change it to a different shade of forest green, and they're like, it's 30% different. We avoid copyright lawsuits. And it worked every time. And so I'm like, if you take that logic, you should be able to take, let's say, Firewatch, the video game, and you apply 30% of the video as your commentary, at least. It's no longer their content, it's your content.
Yep.
And I don't like the idea that the people who made Firewatch can go like, hey, PewDiePie, you can't have that no more.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's
you're a bile creature spreading hate on the internet. We don't believe in you anymore.
Well, but it doesn't matter to me what the reason is, because the reason isn't the problem. Like, whether you agree or disagree with how PewDiePie conducts himself and saying the N-word on stream or whatever, The point is that if you say, I'm taking the content away because I don't agree with you saying the N-word, although I may agree with that, tomorrow they could be like, I don't like that you wear a green shirt, so I'm going to take the content away. There's fundamentally, law-wise, no difference in what's going on, and that's the problem I have with it. And YouTube doesn't care. And that's why YouTube, I feel, is ultimately they're going to be doomed to fail. Like Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon will be fine on YouTube. People like me, like, you know,
there was that big ad thing recently with the whole Vegas shooting thing that went down. Casey Neistat, I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's a big YouTube creator. Just started on YouTube. And then Jimmy Kimmel's channel. Both had a topic discussing how
that's right. I did hear about this.
Support
I did hear about this.
the victims and families of the Vegas shooting. But then Casey's was demonetized
because they didn't want to make money off of the tragedy. That was YouTube's reason.
But what they said was that Google AdSense would not have run on Jimmy Kimmel's video anyways. But since he's affiliated and verified and all that, he can run his own ads, and so that's what happened. Okay, which is dumb.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make any sense. It's just like, no, you shouldn't just have the ability to put your own damn ad because
everybody
you have a
should
contract
follow the
with
same
GM.
rules. Like, that's what I've honestly like. I don't know enough about YouTube and how like at what point you become famous or whatever, and these rules stop applying. Because like I look at people like my 8-year-old son watches this guy. His name's Dan TDM. All right, he's this massive streamer on YouTube. He's a YouTube content creator. He's famous for Minecraft, but now he's gotten so big. He has like 20 million subscribers. He's ridiculous. Okay, he's one of the guys that has a Red show, a YouTube Red show. Okay, and I mean I like him because he's child friendly. He's from Britain, and like I'm very comfortable with my son watching everything he produces because I know it's gonna be clean and fun for my son. Right. All right. That's his thing. That's his niche. That's awesome. Thing is like he played through Super Mario Odyssey. Like, does he bypass all the copyright controls that I have to go through when I upload my Super Mario Odyssey?
Well, that's the thing is I saw with Nintendo, I think, is that you can apply through a Nintendo sub-site.
Well, there's a Nintendo partnership program. Right. And they literally said that Nintendo partners can't stream Nintendo games unless they get explicit permission. So I'm in this weird place where because I'm not a Nintendo partner and I just own a Switch and I own Super Mario Odyssey, I'm allowed to stream Nintendo games. But these bigger streamers that are part of the partnership program, if they're not big enough to get the attention of Nintendo of America, they can't stream without violating the Nintendo partnership program. Yep. Like, Nintendo doesn't know how the internet works, I feel like.
If they're a partner, I'm assuming they got the ad revenue from
Right, well, and he did get the game early, so I would assume they sent it to him. But still, when you click upload into YouTube, does it not get flagged for monetization? Like, is Dan's daily routine upload a video, wait 30 seconds after it's uploaded for your monetization email come in, file a dispute, type, I'm Dan TDM, and hit submit, and wait for it to get demonetized every time.
You definitely think that there is a top tier to where not, like, as soon as you reach 1 million subs or something like that, you're in a different category of
YouTube
algorithm.
Treats you differently.
Yeah, a different algorithm, so it doesn't run you as the same as just a new account or something
there
like
has
that.
To be, right? Because, like, I always wondered how does Nintendo upload a Nintendo video and not get flagged for copyright on their own video by them?
I don't know. There's definitely got to be...
Right? Like, how does Star Wars upload a trailer and not have their trailer get flagged as Star Wars? How many haircuts can Colby get in 1 month? Let's find out. Dude, I was just asking him literally before the show how many haircuts is he going to get. I like how you noticed. I like how you notice as I see things. That's pretty hilarious. You want to tell the story about your haircut, man?
All right. It's a picky kind of thing here, all right? Don't get at me for being all picky with the damn hair. But
get at him.
So there's this whole back part, and it was getting really long since I cut it. Last time I went, when I cut it, I was just like, just do the sides. Don't take anything off the top.
Do you want to maybe preface it by what look you're going for? Do you know?
No.
Okay.
I think it's called a pompadour. Okay. I want to say is the style of it.
I think Conan has a pompadour. I don't think that's what you're going for.
If you search like pompadour, Elvis, you'll get my damn haircut.
How am I supposed to know how to spell that?
It's the duck ass. Like the fluff of a duck's ass.
You got
got it. That's totally what it is.
Oh my god, that's hysterical.
See, it's a modern pompadour of some sorts. But
all right, there, this right here.
That's what I'm doing.
This is what Colby's going for.
That's what I was going for.
Right
with
here,
the
dude.
Curls and everything.
There's
man.
the pompadour. Just take this to your hairstylist next time and say, "This is what I'm going for, lady. Please help me."
Anyway, it was getting long in the back, so I went today and got it cut, and I tried to have it like fade into the back, and then the lady was just like, "I'm just gonna cut some of it off." Still there. It was the most wasted money on a haircut I've ever spent. Let's just say that.
I just searched Duck's ass haircut.
That's it.
That's the first result.
That's it. And that's what she told me I needed to do, was not cut the back as she was cutting the back of my hair. Pretty sad about it, man. Pretty sad about it.
Ducktail haircut for men. 30 ducks. Arse haircuts.
Oh, God.
From Next
Arse?
Luxury. Yeah, it must be British. Arse.
Arse.
Morris, do you say arse? Do you say arse? I feel like that's way more polite, you know?
The haircut issues. I'm this close to just everything. Buzz cut. But it takes so long to get back.
I think you would look okay bald.
Bald?
Yeah.
I don't want bald.
Well, like short, really short
like,
hair.
What's a high and tight? Is the military
like a
style?
military style.
Yeah.
I think you could pull that off. You got good bone structure in your face. Like if you shaved my head, I'd look like a bowling ball. Like someone would be like, "Where are the 3 holes for me to take this thing to the left?" Yeah, exactly. And then they could just, you know, like I got Danny DeVito head. Like that's what I got. Like this is the only haircut that is even remotely acceptable for this body. Like I had there were some people that worked with me back in the day that wanted me to get the Chris Pratt. And I was like, "Who do you people think I am?" And they're like, "Well, you watch Parks and Rec or something, man. Chris Pratt used to be fat. You don't need to think Chris Pratt is like the big sexy guy for back, Jurassic World." And I'm like,
"What's a Chris Pratt haircut?"
Like it's just I think like just a normal man haircut, Chris. I don't know enough about hair, dude.
The like faux hawk?
I think this photo right here is literally the one they were showing me. They wanted me to get this haircut.
Dude,
I
would pay for that haircut for you to do.
Do you look at the shape of my head and look at the shape of his head?
Best thing.
Okay,
I
would look ridiculous
would be the
with
best
that
thing.
haircut, and that's why they wanted me to get it because they all wanted me to come in and laugh at me. He did it.
Listen, you got the haircut.
This is the only haircut I'm ever going to have.
like a
When you
bowling
see a
ball.
picture of me in my coffin chat in 10 years, I'm going to have this haircut, all right? And I'm going to be happy about it. That's why I can never join the military, because I'd have to have this haircut in it. And you know what? They'd court-martial me once they made me cut my hair, because they'd be like, "Look at that hair. He was right. Throw him in jail."
You're not allowed to be in the military.
No.
You look too... Your face will distract our soldiers by like, what the hell's that
they'd be
guy
worried
doing?
that the enemy would only shoot at me. That's the problem.
Well, then you're just a good shield, man. That's a good way.
Yeah, but that only works once.
Well, not if you got bulletproof vests.
They just strap me up in Kevlar,
Yep.
just my head exposed, and they just wheel me out on like a dolly, and I'm
There
like
you
tied
go.
to it. And they're
You're
just
a
like,
big old bullet
"Get out there,"
sponge,
and then they
man.
just shoot M4s at me for 6 days.
Yeah, sounds like a great plan.
So that's how I'd serve my country, right?
Yep.
Yep. We haven't started the show yet.
Yeah, let's start the show 20 minutes into it.
All right, guys.
20 minutes in.
We're going to start the show, and then we're going to come back and do the show.
Yeah.
Even though we don't really have anything to talk about today. It's going to be a fun one.
Slow news.
Yeah.
Couple of days.
So here we go. Showtime.
Who are Seth and Colby? Idiots! So-called podcast gods who blazed the trail for talk radio on the internet.
What a ridiculous name.
First partnering in 2008, Seth and Colby took the internet by storm with their unique views on the hot topics of the day.
Science is a liar sometimes.
We won't lie, they've been away a while. A lot of things may have changed.
45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
But Seth and Colby are here to teach you.
This is America. You're either a duper or a doopy. I'm a duper. You guys are the doopies.
To entertain you.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
and to make you laugh. Seth and Colby will dissect the world as it is. Movies, meme culture, music, weird science.
We didn't have time to work out the minutiae of the plan.
And they'll bring it to you in a lovely package that will delight you and those closest to you. Now, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and attack helicopters, here are Seth and Colby.
Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Seth and Colby Show. We are live at twitch.tv/Seth and Colby twice a week, everybody, twice a week. Once on Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time, the show you are watching now, or Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time, which will be the show you'll watch on Thursday.
Yeah.
That's how it works. If you can't watch it live, that's fine. All of the videos on demand are on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Seth and Colby. Go check them out there. And if you want the audio version, you can listen to it on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. There's also a plain Jane RSS feed, all at sethandcolby.com. Are you sensing a trend? Pretty much everything is our name, including our Twitter, which is twitter.com/Seth and Colby, which you can go and follow for Colby's hilarious weekly posts. Colby, how did you fare this last week with your postings?
There's so many on there.
Is there?
Yeah.
How many would you estimate there are?
Like 0?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So, guys, you can follow us on Twitter. You can also watch us live on Twitch. That is the best way for you to get, I think, ingest the show, because you can chat with us, you can interact with the show, you can influence what we talk about. We love you. We need you. We're glad that you're here.
Yeah.
Today is a very special day. It is the first day on our Twitch channel that we have a subscribe button. So for those of you who don't know what Twitch is, it's kind of a big deal. It means that we've reached some type of peak of a mountain where we're now at least legitimate enough that Twitch kind of wants to give us some money.
Yeah.
So a subscription is $5 a month. $2.50 of it comes to me and Colby, so it's not like a ton of money, but we appreciate every little bit you guys can do. Another thing you guys can do to help us, as always, is type !foghorn into the chat. Give us some money. A giant, loud foghorn will sound. We'll interrupt whatever we're doing on the show, and Colby and I will read your name and message. And we thank you in advance.
Super thanks.
Because Colby wants your money. It's the only reason to come here.
I almost said sex. Mega definite sex.
Colby will make a definite sex with you if you donate over $20.
Yep.
That's a fact.
That is a straight, cold
You have to pay for him to come to you, though.
fact.
And sex also means a awkwardly long hug.
Yeah.
Just that's the fine print.
Can't really do prostitution.
No, I don't
under
think that's
Twitch
legal, and I don't think
TOS.
hugs constitute prostitution, so I think
No,
we're safe.
that's just a friendly,
But you have to
gentle
pay for airfare. We
embrace.
can't emphasize that enough. Airfare and hotel for Colby's stay for the hug.
I mean, depending on how long you want the hug to last, you can just pay for a all-around plane ticket.
No.
Show up at the airport.
No.
with
I
hug.
think you should
That
factor in a
bounce out.
hotel, because what if it's someplace really cool?
And pay for my vacation.
Exactly.
Sure.
I mean, if you take a 3-day vacation, you'll hug them
Sure.
once a day for 3 days, won't you?
Every day.
Yeah, so there you
all
go, guys.
day long.
You can do that. But yeah, it's episode 38. It's November 19th. Thanksgiving is in 4 days. We're going to do a show on Thanksgiving because we're insane.
We're gonna do with the
What is Thanksgiving but a holiday, all right? Morris in chat doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving because he lost that fight.
Oh!
Oh, that wound still hasn't healed, I'm sure.
Oh, he got you.
Yep. So, yeah, but now we'll fade out the music and we'll get back to
He lost that fight.
He did, dude. England got whooped, dude. They got whooped by a bunch of people with pitchforks. They had all these expansive uniforms and big old guns, and I think they had tanks and submarines, and we got out there with pitchforks. We're just poking King George in his butt, and now we eat turkey to celebrate, because that's America!
America, jeez Louise. That patriotism went from like 1 to 60 real quick.
Yeah, dude. That's how, when we're on the internet, we got to be like, overly patriotic.
Yep.
That's how the internet works.
MAGA, man.
That's right.
MAGA.
MAGA.
Back to when we were fighting them British.
You know, if England ran off MAGA, it'd be mega, and that is so much better.
Mega.
Of course, they go, do you technically call it, don't make me come back there? Do you technically call it Great Britain, though? I don't know how that works. I'm not from there. But, like, would it be MAGA?
I think he got that one. That is it.
But yeah, guys.
Megabba.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We're really happy that we got the sub button.
Yeah.
I mean, we couldn't do it without you guys watching and chatting with us, but we're just gonna keep doing the same old
It's a big
show.
accomplishment.
So it makes us happy because it makes us feel like we're not just here every day for no reason. No, he's English. Okay, well there you go.
Mega.
Okay.
Make England great again.
That's right, mega, dude. That's so much better. So much. Let's move back. Can we return America? Username. What was that?
Username your username. Username underscore your underscore user underscore name. Just follow.
That is not going to fit up in that box. I'm really excited for it to show up there.
Yeah, I'm really curious as to how that's going to work. Is it going to cover up your name?
I like how when I look at the box on my monitor up here, it looks like I'm literally looking at the box on the screen.
It does.
It's like I'm at home with you guys watching the overlay. God, why does Streamlabs? There it is. Username, use your name. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's too long to fit up there.
Thanks for the follow.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Y'all.
Thank you. We still love follows. And I mean, we love everything.
Yeah.
Like, okay. All right.
But if you do subscribe or cheer, you get a new
We have emotes. I don't know if they take a
sound
second.
effect?
They get a second to get approved. So I don't know if our emotes they still say pending.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if you can use them yet, but yeah, if you do sub, we do have emotes. And the tier 2 and the tier 3 sub both play. I'm not going to spoil for you what they are. We're going to have to wait till the first person does it. The first tier 2 or tier 3.
No.
They play really, really. It's not Foghorn annoying because
It's
Foghorn
better.
gives us. Actually, that's not true. Tier 2 and tier 3 subs probably on average give us more money than a donation of like $5. But.
Right.
But they play a sound. The
They
tier
play
3
great
sub
sounds.
in particular is very trolly. So if that ever happens, you guys will get to enjoy it. And we have emotes. We've got a Porg hype emote for you. That's the free. Well, it's free. It's the tier 1, the $4.99 sub. We got a Porg hype emote, and then we've got a what was the second one we did?
Straight flame.
Straight flame. And that's the tier 2 sub, which is $9.99 a month. And then we got Green Man. Because we why not?
It's Green Man.
Yeah, it's Green Man, and that is our tier 3.
Green Man.
$24.99 sub. So those are our emotes. Whenever they're there, better have a hog emote or I'm out. As I see things, we tried to make our tier 1
really
emote a
did.
hog.
We did.
Couldn't make it work. It's on the list of things for us to figure out because we make the hog. It looks like a brown blob.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like a hog. And then Colby, who is a legitimate graphic designer, all right, like he makes things look good for a living. Unlike, all of this stuff is me. This is my level of skill. Like, when you see the Porg emote, you'll be like, wow, Colby is an actual artist. He tried, not just me.
I really
tried.
did. Okay, so here's the 2 ways that I tried to do it. I tried to cut a hog's head, and then just paste it in there and just have the head. That looked like a big, gigantic brown blob.
Okay.
And then I was like, how about just the nose? And so, I tried to find zoom-ins of the nose, and then I put it on, and then it looked like a pink ghost.
Okay.
At that size. It doesn't communicate well.
So Colby is literally going to spend the next several weeks.
I'm gonna
sketching
make
hogs.
a vector hog to where you can distinguish what it is.
We can get ourselves a hog emote because that was legitimately that
was our first go-to.
And there's proof of that because if you click the names of our sub tiers, you will see they're all pig themed.
They are very piggy.
So we're very aware that the hog meme has spread.
Yep, it is
for better or worse through our show.
It's perfect.
So I'm happy with it. I'm not going to complain about it. But we
tried.
Satisfied
with it.
And we literally got our sub button. Well, we got it Friday morning.
Yeah.
So we only had 2 days to get everything set up. So Colby literally was designing emotes last night at 11 p.m. our time to get them up for today.
Not my most creative time.
Right.
Time
so
frame.
they're gonna get better as time goes on, but there's gonna be some emotes that are worth getting, including the hog, because
you have to have a hog.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like the best.
I
Perfect
agree.
for our show.
Right.
And other people would see it and be like, "What the hell?"
Right. And our show's all about the fun, so we'll probably update them quite a bit.
Yeah.
Especially, and our show isn't like a video game stream either. Like I stream Overwatch all the time, so all my emotes can be Overwatch themed. Like our emotes, I feel, will evolve as we do more hilarious things according to you guys.
More inside jokes,
right?
more randomness.
Exactly. So that's what it is.
Correct.
So we're happy that we just have another outlet to express ourselves. Really.
Yeah.
But yeah, the money is nice because Colby wants money.
I do.
Real bad. I mean, I want money too,
money.
but like you should hear the things he says about you guys behind your backs.
Totally. Hate all of you.
So, speaking of video games, I barred you from talking about this last week.
You did.
All right, Star Wars Battlefront II. So on Friday, I played this on stream, all 30 minutes of their campaign that they offered. And I don't know, 30 minutes was a joke. It's like 4.5 hours, okay? It's a $60 game, 4.5 hours of campaign. Yeah.
Pathetic.
So I guess I went into it because both Unofficial Tony P and Colby right here were both telling me how great, or they weren't telling me how great it is, but they were telling me how excited they were to talk about it. That's what they were telling me. Yes. And so when I hear that type of hype, I'm like, oh my God, it's got to be awesome. There's got to be revelation. There's got to be things worth talking about. Mm-hmm. And then it turns out there wasn't.
No.
And so I just want an explanation really from you. Like, what did you want to talk about exactly?
Well, okay, so I don't even know that there's footage of the campaign yet on YouTube, and so I get a text from Panella with the entire 4-hour playthrough of the entire campaign.
Okay.
And then he sends it to me, I don't watch it, and then he's like, have you watched this yet? Have you watched it? And I'm like, no, dude, did you watch that whole thing? And he's like, yeah, man, there's some theories.
Can we sidebar real quick?
What?
Okay. Unofficial Tony P drives for Uber basically as his day job, or Lyft or something like that.
Yes.
What does the man's cell phone plan look like?
To where he can stream
where
all that?
Where he can stream for 8 hours a day driving around town.
I don't know. I doubt that's how it happens.
Do you think he knows that he has to pay for data? Like, is it possible that in 10 days he's going to get a bill for $6,000 because he doesn't realize that overages exist?
It might be a thing. I don't really know. It could have been at home. It could have been used. I have no idea.
No, I know for a fact that sometimes, because he watches my stream while he's driving. Mm-hmm. So he either has Wi-Fi in his car or he's using cell phones.
Yeah.
I don't know for how long, but I assume it's for an extended period of time.
Probably. I don't know. That's a great question.
Should we warn him, maybe?
I mean, it might not.
Should we ask him?
Well,
yeah, but still, someone's got to pay it, right? And I can't imagine his parents would be happy with a $6,000 cell phone bill.
Probably not. I wouldn't be, but
right.
Who knows, man?
Okay. All
maybe
right.
they're grandfathered into some unlimited plan.
Maybe.
And then it just slows down after.
That would be fantastic. I would love that.
Or something like that.
I would love that. All right. Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Sorry for the sidebar.
Anyways, he says that they drop a major raised parents theory.
Okay.
And then
which is what he also told me that as well. Uh-huh. Like, I think the exact text was, bro, have you seen Star Wars Battlefront 2 yet? They basically leaked who Rey's parents are.
Right.
Kind of, I think that's what he said.
Yep. And so I'm like, oh, well, if that's the case.
I just opened my most recent text with Panella, and it's this, by the way.
Nice.
He's trolling me in real life with the pig, guys.
It's here, and
He's trolling me in real life with the pig.
But, so I watched it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't watch the 4-hour thing. I just watched all the cutscenes put together.
Okay.
And so
I think that's probably all you really need.
50 minutes, yeah.
Right.
And so.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So you're telling me 50 minutes of my 4.5-hour playthrough wasn't playing?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I was going to get you, David. He got me twice, actually.
Yeah. So 50 minutes of actual cutscene. And then, I liked the Luke bit. I didn't like Leia. I was just like, you're telling me that these are like the Hitman squad for the Empire, and then you're just going to be like, oh, we'll welcome you with open arms.
Well, the Rebellion's kind of always been like that,
We'll put you in charge of things.
That's kind of why I liked Rogue One, because they seemed more mean in Rogue One.
Yeah.
You know, like, we got to actually, do some NSA-style stuff here.
Kill some people.
Right.
So those secrets don't get out.
Because that's what war is.
Right.
And then back in Battlefront, they're like, sure, you're basically the people who killed Osama bin Laden. We'll hug you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, that I didn't really care for. But, yeah, then you get to the end of it. Not to spoil it.
No, we're going to spoil it.
Yes, we're spoiling it.
There's not really anything to spoil, for the record.
So there's the two main characters, the Iden Versio character and her male love interest.
Which I tried to
person.
remember because I was tagging the characters' names on YouTube, and I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
I think it started with a G.
I think it's Jack or something.
Gillen.
Jig.
Gel.
Jika.
Juloop.
Juka.
I mean, I could find out.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I don't think it's worth it.
So at the end, like, he is without her for some reason. They're separated, and then he gets caught by Kylo Ren decades later. So the whole story, I was like, I want part by part by part by part up until the beginning of The Force Awakens. That's what I was expecting.
That's exactly what I was expecting as
But
well.
no,
because that's how they made it sound in
Yeah.
the marketing, right?
You get 90% of literally the couple months after Endor happens.
Right.
And then just the last 7 minutes of the cutscenes are decades later.
Yep.
And then you get Kylo Ren assaulting this guy who apparently is a father now, because that's the whole big reveal. Is Kylo says fatherhood.
Yeah.
And then also mentions
and daughter.
a daughter.
He says daughter as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So I was like, that's really it?
That's it.
That's it.
So
I was disappointed as shit.
In my opinion, there's no way they're going to make Rey the daughter of two characters in a video game.
That's what I said initially as well.
Okay. Initially.
There's
So
too many theories floating out there for me to even land on one that I think is going to happen.
Well, do you think that one could happen?
It could happen.
What makes you think it could happen?
Because if it's a story about the Skywalkers,
Which
is
it
the
is.
movies,
yes.
then the whole main bit could be Kylo rather than Rey. Rey's like a big throw-off. Like, we want you to focus on Rey and be all mysterious about her, but then really secretively, Kylo's over here being a fucking Skywalker, and the whole main
But we know
point
he's not.
He is. Leia.
Well, okay. I guess technically, yeah.
And
You're
then
right. You're
also,
right. Okay,
there's
you're
also
right.
a theory
That's
that
true.
he is Luke's son, biological son. And then that instead of Luke raising him, they gave him to Han and Leia because he's a Jedi and he didn't want to.
Well, that was one of the things in the Battlefront campaign. And guys, I toned down Nightbot. He's very aggressive. All right. That's one of the things in the campaign I was wondering about. Okay. In the campaign, you play as both Leia and Han. At one of the points, they send you to go save Han from the Empire because you're getting plans on how to like save the Wookiees from the Empire or something.
Kashyyyk. Yeah.
It's stupid. All right. The whole campaign is written in a way that you can play as the heroes available to you in multiplayer on the maps available to you in multiplayer. Mm-hmm. That is the only reason that campaign exists.
And then they just threw Darth Maul in for some random reason.
Well, you mean as a hero?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, you have to have those people. You had to have some bad guy.
They had to have a step from Yoda. Because
Right.
Yoda's so OP. Like, I mean, you gotta...
It's dumb. All right. So that's the campaign was not good. But I was thinking at what point do Han and Leia commit the act that creates a child?
Yeah.
Because you'd think that Leia would be pregnant at some point during the campaign.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Kylo's 12 in the movies.
Right.
Like it makes it feel like they conceived Kylo during the celebration of Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
That's the opinion I always took from The Force Awakens. Is that what you always thought?
I don't know. Rey's 19, and I'm pretty sure they got to be pretty close in age.
Well, what is the official time difference between Return of the Jedi
30
and... Is
years.
it 30 years? Okay.
I want to say, yeah.
Okay. It's probably out there, right?
Yeah. Because, I mean, I think it's been 30 years since the actual release of the Jedi, or Return of the Jedi, I want to say.
Set 30 years after Return of the Jedi. Okay, so now we'll say, how old is...
Okay.
Kylo Ren is 29 years old.
Oh, shoot. So he's 10 years older than Rey?
So...
Because I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be 19.
So, yeah. So, Leia would absolutely be pregnant at the time of the Star Wars campaign in which we played that game.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also...
Because it takes 9 months, people. I don't know if you know this. It takes 9 months to, gestate a baby.
Yeah.
So, if he's
Unless
29...
they have some, fast-forwarding crap.
3 months after Return of the Jedi is when the act happened.
Yeah.
And months later appears before you play as Princess Leia in the campaign.
I don't think they thought of that part. I don't think that.
That's kind of a big thing to miss.
Pretty a big thing to miss.
It's kind of a big thing to miss.
It's EA, so you can't really expect much.
Let's see. Rey was born 11 years after Endor, making her 19. Okay, so yeah, Rey is 10 years younger than Kylo Ren.
I thought they were related because, like in the canceled expanded universe, like Leia and Han have twins.
Right.
But that's apparently not the case.
No.
So,
unless it was a really long labor.
Okay, here's another question. How long from the Battle of Endor to the Battle of Jakku?
Okay. Great question. How long? Maybe there isn't a time.
Maybe. No time.
Battle of Jakku was the large-scale military engagement in the Galactic Civil War that took place in the year 5 ABY during the waning months of the conflict.
After Battle of Yavin, I think is what the ABY means.
Okay, so that
would have been after the first Death Star, I think, right?
Yeah, well, Yavin would have been. Return of the Jedi was the first film I watched in the cinema. Really? That's kind of cool, actually. Dude.
That is pretty legitimate.
That's pretty sweet. Well, let's look. ABY.
Lothal calendar? What the hell?
Dude, what have we stumbled into?
Yeah, we think we're Star Wars fans, and then there's this
This
website.
is unbelievable. Wikipedia, by the way, is what this is called. Can you not explain to me what ABY is? Look at all the things that took place in the Okay, with the help of Lieutenant Shira Bey and R2-D2, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker travels to Vatine to retrieve the remnants of 2 great trees that were stolen from the Jedi Temple on Coruscant by Darth Sidious. That happened. Okay.
Maybe that's the tree that we see in the newest Jedi
3 months
trailer.
after the Battle of Endor, Shira Bey occurs to retire from the Alliance to restore the Republic. Okay, so yes, 3 months after the Battle of Endor took place in this. So 5 years ABY is the Battle of Endor. So it took place in the same year. So Battle of Jakku happened in the same year the Battle of Endor happened.
Okay. So what my only point about that was that if
the Empire fell real fast.
Yeah, they did. If the 2 characters in Battlefront are the parents of Rey,
they can't be.
They would have had to wait 10 years?
10 years afterwards to
have a child?
Yes.
That doesn't sound right.
And they're very vague. Now I'm kind of mad that they were so vague because they just said decades later before that Kylo thing happened. So decades implies at least 20 years.
Right. And I mean that's
so that would make Rey at the least 10 years old.
Well, and also when after you do the mind thing with the man at the end, right. he gives away
the old man's location at the beginning of Force Awakens.
But he does not say Jakku, and he's on Jakku.
Right, so
when we see him in Force Awakens.
He's got to go somewhere else first to get to the guy, yeah.
And so why do you do that? Just explain the damn story. All this vagueness just makes me think they have no idea what they're doing.
Okay, so here's my opinion that I've just came to right now. If they're this vague about things that don't even really matter, like the year, for example, there's no way that they're going to let Rey be the daughter of these 2 characters from a story where they're not even allowed to dictate a year.
Right.
Okay? There's no chance. There's no chance that's going to happen.
Nope.
It's not going to be that influential in the story. The only thing that you got out of this was you got to see the Battle of Jakku.
That and the fact that Emperor Palpatine had a plan after he died, which isn't that big of a thing.
Was it a plan?
Not really.
Because
it was like destroy everything.
Right.
Just shoot the lasers at our people.
Emperor Palpatine's plan has always been to destroy everything.
Yeah. And then that also got me with the whole Iden Versio thing. It's like, I joined the Empire for the good that the Empire was doing. What good? What good?
Yeah, I agree.
They were always a mass murdering crazy psychopath.
My chat was literally talking about that during the cutscene where I don't remember who said it, but the quote was something like, "The Empire was doing good, flies around space in an item called the Death Star."
Right.
Yeah, my chat said something exactly like that.
It made no frickin' sense. So yeah, after as soon as I watched it, I was like, yeah, this is mildly entertaining. It was very well animated. The battle scenes were great, but like, what a bullshit story. They were like, oh, we put a campaign in this one. It's gonna be great. It's actual canon, and then no canon of any sort.
I mean, technically,
happens.
It fits into the canon. It doesn't add to the canon.
Yeah.
Right. I'm honestly, I want to read a little bit of this because I want to see if any of the characters from the video game appear in this story, and I don't see any of them.
Probably not, because they just made them up, and all this is based off of the expanded universe that's no longer canon.
No, I think that this got edited, right?
I mean, maybe.
I would think so, because the Battle of Jakku didn't exist before the movie. So all of the lore leading up to it, right, would be...
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Would be in canon, I would assume. Right, I'm just looking for the name, like, what was it? Versio, right?
Yeah.
So if I just do VIRSIO, okay, there's 3 mentions. Casualties, Garrick Versio. All right, commanders, Commander Iron Versio. Let's just click his thing. Oh, that's her.
Mm-hmm.
That's the lady.
Admiral Garrick Versio.
Where was he at?
It's right there.
Right here.
Yep.
Let's click him. All right. Was a male human admiral in the Imperial Security Bureau, a law enforcement intelligence agency of the Galactic Empire. Here his wife, Zahay, had a daughter named Iden before divorcing when Iden was 5 years old. It was Admiral Versio who brought the planet Vardos into the Empire, and as a result was known as the Hero of Vardos and had a statue dedicated to him outside of the archive.
Wow.
I mean, this is literally just recounting the events of the game.
Yeah.
At some point in the final year of the Galactic Civil War, Admiral Versio fell under the command of Counselor Gallius Rex, who was secretly in charge of executing the clandestine contingency and partook in the Battle of Jakku. The Eviscerator was destroyed in battle as it burnt in the skies of Jakku. Iden made an attempt to rescue her father. Though Rax was intended for Admiral Versio to leave, he declined his daughter's rescue attempt. Looking over the battle with his rapidly disintegrating starship, Admiral Versio bitterly lamented having dedicated his entire life to an empire which was indeed a weak and flawed, while Iden tried to convince him to leave. In their final moments together, he made peace with his daughter, who escaped on an escape pod, while Admiral Versio remained on the Eviscerator as it crashed onto the sandy desert of Jakku, perishing in the collision. So, I mean, even this super nerded out Wikipedia page says nothing more about the man than what we witnessed in the video game.
Yeah.
It's a joke. That video game's a joke.
It is. I
We
agree.
all fell for the marketing of the video game.
Oh, yeah.
The people who wanted the multiplayer got boned by the microtransactions.
Yep.
People who wanted the single player got boned by the premise of that it was going to be some amazing insight
Canon.
into Star Wars.
And it's
nothing.
It's not a damn thing.
It's not any more different than any other Star Wars game that's come out. Like,
Yeah.
Dark Forces was canon,
Like, I
but
mean,
it had nothing to do with the movies. This
literally,
one was not built that way.
The intro to, like, when you would be on the map of Jakku in the first Battlefront that just came out, it was like the final battle of the Empire before its defeat.
Right. So we knew that.
That's basically all you got from this video game.
You just got to play it.
Yeah. Which is dumb because you get to play it.
Right. It's the same thing.
In Battlefront.
Like, there's no difference between the Battlefront game and the Battlefront multiplayer.
Yeah.
Because the only thing the difference is instead of shooting real people in multiplayer, you're shooting AI bots in the campaign.
Right.
Because they use the same characters, they use the same levels. Like, I remember, like, you guys can go and watch my YouTube playthrough. There's only 5 episodes of it because it's super short. And, like, you can hear me probably an hour 2 or 3 be like, is this campaign just going to be an excuse to string together their multiplayer levels? And I'm like, I really hope it's not. And, like, I remember, like, an hour 3.5, hour 4 when we were approaching the climax. I'm like, this campaign is either going to be really a letdown because it's about to end, or it's going to be awesome because we're going to get this, and then they're going to be, like, several months later, and we start doing the Force Awakens timeline stuff.
But
and then
no.
that stuff never happened.
Nope. It was a 7-minute thing, and you get to play as Kylo, killing fucking random people.
And maybe I was bamboozled because I'm not really into Star Wars, but it sounds like you were bamboozled as well.
Yeah.
So they wanted us to think that it was going to lead directly up to the Force Awakens.
Yeah, they did say that they're removing the microtransactions.
Yeah, but they're coming back December 5th.
Put them back at a later time.
December 5th, which
so
is...
So what the fuck is the point of removing them?
Could make people... Because between now and then, there's probably going to be 3 newsworthy items, like a nuclear war or mass shooting, and we'll all forget about microtransactions, and there'll be something else.
Right.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
They're just going to bring them right back in. And the reason we brought this up, and tie it into the show here, is that everyone's blaming EA, and now we have this rumor from VentureBeat that says Star Wars Battlefront almost had way more Overwatch-style hero skins. During the development of Star Wars Battlefront, developer DICE began to work on a mode that played like Overwatch and featured a similar business model to a Blizzard's team-based hero shooter, according to sources familiar with production. The mode would have focused on teamwork and squad composition, and more importantly, it would have favored cosmetic items like hero costumes in its loot boxes over perks and weapons. Most of these ideas were dropped from Battlefront 2 due, at least in part, to a request from Disney's Star Wars division, Lucasfilm. I've contracted Electronic Arts to ask if they would like to comment for this story. Neither company responded to multiple requests. I will update if either company decides. The decision is particularly interesting in light of Battlefront 2 recent turmoil. Since the game launched in early beta test October 4th, fans had voiced concerns about how progressive and loot boxes work. Those worries escalated when Battlefront 2 released into an early trial mode last week where players were breaking it down to find out how much money, a lot, or time, even more, it would take to get certain coveted unlocks like Darth Vader. Okay, so we know all this. But here's the thing, okay? Everyone was blaming EA, and this article is surmising that it wasn't EA. Disney, or Lucasfilm specifically, said, no, we want more microtransactions. Milk it. That's what they're saying. EA chief executive Andrew Wilson and Disney executive Jamie Patero talked on the phone. A few hours later, DICE removed the option to purchase loot box with real money from Battlefront 2. That's what chat was saying. What's so odd is that a lot of this was likely unavoidable. Games like Overwatch and Rocket League have deep competitive modes and plenty of loot boxes, but in those games, player can only win cosmetic items. This prevents people from feeling like they're at a disadvantage because they didn't spend money. At the same time, EA does have a lot of experience where you win a model, where players get an edge by dropping some cash. The publisher's FIFA Ultimate Team enables fans to assemble a dream team by slowly building up a powerful deck of cards through booster packs. You can, of course, buy those packs with real money, and that makes EA a lot of money, and you can see that reflection of a system in Battlefront 2. But even in FIFA, players can compete online away from pay-to-win structure. Battlefront 2 incorporated those ideas into one experience. Star Wars seems ideal for cosmetic loot, so it's somewhat baffling it's not a bigger part of Battlefront 2. The franchise has a lot of iconic characters that go through a number of costume changes through various films, television shows, and comic books. You would expect DICE and publisher EA to take advantage of that. That is not the case. Battlefront 2 does not have a hero versus hero mode, but only a handful of characters and alternative skins. And those costumes don't amount to much more than a masked version of Kylo Ren or a bearded Han Solo. Even in those cases, however, you don't get the skins from loot boxes. They are earned through pre-ordering the game or through playing the solo narrative campaign. Skins are just not a part of the loot box ceremony in Battlefront 2. You would think that even if EA would rather charge for star cards, it would still implement a deep skin system to hook players on the customization. Yeah, that's my old Han Solo wearing gear from The Empire Strikes Back. He's a straight killer. Or I spent $100 in loot boxes to get that skin that makes Han Solo look like Dash Rendar because of course I did. That's not here. I know why Lucasfilm would ask EA not to pursue cosmetics-heavy Overwatch-like mode, or I don't know why. Lucasfilm gaming boss Douglas Riley told me during a conversation this week that canon isn't a concern when it comes to what goes into a loot box, so that's probably not the problem. And even if Disney did have a good reasoning, EA should have known it wouldn't get away with this. But whatever the origin of the decision, fans should look to see how Battlefront 2 business model changes moving forward. In a blog post last night, DICE explained it's only temporarily removing the option to spend real money. The company plans to bring it back after it makes changes to how Battlefront 2 works, and maybe not how Wilson and Disney have talked out. The new Battlefront 2 business model will skew towards playing dress-up with your digital Star Wars heroes. In a question and answer session on Reston, Battlefront 2 Associate Design Director Dennis Branval said that nothing is too late when it comes to something like switching loot boxes to cosmetic only. And come on, who wouldn't pay more money to put Dengar in a Princess Leia dress? So it's interesting to me that everyone was blaming EA and DICE when it sounds like Lucasfilm
had a pretty big hand in
right.
Don't make it cosmetic.
Right. And that honestly makes sense to me because so many people on Reddit were like, how could DICE, how could EA not know that this would be a problem?
Right.
Because even though they're greedy as sin, and everyone knows they are, they know that at some point people will go, this is ridiculous.
Right.
And Battlefront 2 happened to be that breaking point, and everyone was like, is the greed really this rampant that they just don't care? Like, they're just going to laugh all the way to the bank and not care at all? And it makes so much more sense that
a non-gaming company that doesn't really have to do with microtransactions.
Right, would say, no, that's not how you're going to make your game. You're going to make it like this. We're Lucasfilm. You make our games.
Yeah,
you're going to make it like this.
We give you the rights, so you do it how we want.
Because we mentioned that Activision $3 billion a year microtransaction money. Overwatch is a part of that $3 billion a year.
Yeah.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility. In fact, I think it would be smart to just be like, let's make Star Wars Overwatch, where you have 25 Star Wars heroes and you play on maps. Why not do that? That sounds like a great idea.
It does.
But Lucasfilm wants to do it what they want to do. They're technically the boss. And the thing is, Disney is different than Lucasfilm.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I hate thinking about playing as a standard old stormtrooper when there is Luke Skywalker on the battlefield.
And that's what the main gripe was, is that why can't I bought a Star Wars game and I can't play as Darth Vader?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to be a clone trooper. I want to be Darth Vader.
Right.
That's the whole point.
It's either you make just clone trooper game or you make the heroes game.
Right.
And that makes no sense to me.
Right. And that's why people don't like Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah.
Is that exact reason, man.
It makes sense. Like, I mean, I get that instead of spending money to make 2 games, you just spend one amount of money to combine both of those games because you're cheap and want all the money.
Right. Well, and they did the bare minimum. I mean, really, they did. Like, I played through the game. I can form an opinion. I played the 4.5 hours of campaign. I played 2.5 hours of multiplayer. Like, I had a discussion with As I See Things in my chat about the shooter aspect of it and how it's not good.
Yeah.
And I've been describing to people, if you like Battlefront 1, you're going to like Battlefront 2 because it's Battlefront 1 but with more characters and more levels. That's it. That's it. Like, there's no difference. Like, instead of being a stormtrooper on Endor, now I can be a battle droid on Naboo.
You're right.
But everything else is exactly the same as it was before. There's just more characters.
Yeah.
But all those characters are now locked behind a paywall.
It sounds just like the worst game ever, actually. Like, I mean, gorgeous-ass game.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's probably the prettiest game I've ever seen.
Right. Like,
it's gorgeous.
It's amazing to look at.
Right.
But, I mean, the play of it, I could stare at a picture for, 5 minutes.
Right.
But, like, eventually it's going to get old.
Right.
And that's what it is.
Right.
It's literally just like, oh, you move this part around for as long as it entertains you.
Right.
But nothing new happens.
Right.
And it's just repetitive as shit.
I agree, dude. I agree.
Yeah. I don't like it. But with the whole Penelope being like, oh, they might have revealed who Rey's parents are in it, I got on the hype train of theories going around.
Right.
And so then I started to look into different things, like if they released anything new or what. Matt Peck from Film Theorist on YouTube. You watch that at all?
No, I've heard of it. That one at least I've heard of.
Yeah, he's made like 2 other Star Wars predictions before the movies came out and been wrong both times.
But this time, guys.
And this time he's calling. He gave a spoiler alert warning before he went through with his theory because he thinks he's correct. He thought Rey's parents are Han and Leia.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Why do you think that? I don't know. I went back and watched The Force Awakens to like see the lines and the way that they interacted more rather than just like, oh, look, the Millennium Falcon.
Let me ask you this question. Okay. Why do we care who Rey's parents are?
Because we're told to care. I don't know. Because we don't know.
What is it going to change if it's Mr. Slurpee or if it's Darth Vader? What does it matter?
I don't know.
Does it change anything?
No. It's just a big distraction.
I mean, the only thing it changes is if Luke is her father, right? Because she's going to meet her father in addition to Luke Skywalker.
Right.
That's the only time that it would matter to the story.
Yeah. Unless it's somebody else like Snoke.
Why would that matter?
Because then he's got a more connection
by the way,
to her,
it's
and she
definitely
might turn
going to be
evil.
Snoke, by the way.
You think?
Yes, because they're just copying the original trilogy, so her father's going to be someone evil. And the only person available that's of age is Snoke.
Of age?
Well, it can't be Kylo Ren! It can't be General Hux!
Kylo couldn't have had a kid when he was
10?
Yeah, 10.
No. Don't think he could have, man. Don't think he could have.
I don't know, man.
Also, he would have been 9.
I just want to know. Is what
I mean,
I'm at.
just knowing what I just said, that it's going to be someone bad because they're copying The Empire Strikes Back. If it's Snoke, are you going to be mad?
No, because I mean that's a theory out there. Is that like he?
Well, then, of course, there's a theory. There's probably a theory that the dude who says 4 portions is her father.
There is.
I bet there is. Yeah,
because he has a British accent. That's what I saw. There's so many people have gone crazy with this shit, man. 4 portions.
Like, I mean,
oh God, I don't know why I care. I stopped caring. You know, when the first trailer
we spent
came
an
out.
hour talking about it today, man.
When the first trailer came out, you know, back in the June, May-ish area, I got real hyped on theories again, and then it faded out because I'm like, it doesn't matter until I see the fucking movie.
I just feel like I have the same discussion about Star Wars every year with you, or like not every year, every show with you, where it's like I think you like it because you want it to be good, but it's not good anymore, and you just can't get over it. Like, that's how I summarize every discussion I have with you.
Well, you don't know if it's gonna be
I do.
good or not.
I do, because there's product. I just played a Star Wars product that was hyped to the max level, and it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A video game is not the same as a movie.
Why not?
Because I have to feel that they have a direction of specific plot points that make everything that we've seen and question about The Force Awakens, about how dumb it is, how they just don't reveal stuff, make sense eventually.
So your theory as to why Star Wars is still good is because The Force Awakens was bad, so they're going to make one that's so good it makes The Force Awakens good in retrospect? Okay.
Yep.
And you don't see that that's a problem?
No, I mean, that's my only last hope. It's my only last hope.
But the problem with that, dude, is that you can make that hope for everything. If The Last Jedi comes out and it's bad, you could be like, well, the third one is going to make up for all of those.
Yeah.
And then if the third one comes out and it's bad, you're like, well, Rian Johnson's next trilogy is going to make those three better in retrospect. And then those three can be bad, and then the Boba Fett movie's going to make it good. It never ends.
It doesn't.
At some point, you're just going to have to be like, this sucks.
Yeah. I mean, you're making the same point for the Marvel Universe, too.
I totally am, but the Marvel Universe is well regarded still.
Yeah, still. For how long?
Well, there's been,
For how long?
7 Star Wars movies. There's been 95 Marvel things. Out of all the Marvel things, the TV shows, the movies, like, all I'm saying is that the people who like Marvel sure should run Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because they're churning out 3 movies a year and 3 TV shows a year with a 95% positivity score on overall for a success rate, and Star Wars does 1 movie every 3 years, and they're lukewarm at best.
They're lukewarm. Yeah, man. No, I agree. I'm holding out for this movie and the next one because it's a trilogy and it's got to sum up some shit.
The problem is Lucasfilm, right?
Yeah.
Because Disney, obviously, they can make Moana, and that's amazing. Marvel's division is obviously doing good things. The Pirates movie was apparently good. Disney can make things that work, right?
No.
Well, it wasn't good because Johnny Depp's in it, but that's another topic. But, like, the only thing that they have that's not... Star Wars makes money.
Yes. That's the reason why it's back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not great cinema.
Not
anymore.
Yet.
Anymore.
Rogue One was good. You liked Rogue One, man?
1 movie every year now. You're right, Chad. I mean, it is 1 movie every year.
You liked Rogue One?
Right. I did like Rogue One.
Was that a good cinema, or did you just like the fact that it meshed well with the original? Yeah. See?
I think I liked that it meshed well more than it was a really good movie.
See, that's my point! Is I want Last Jedi to mesh very well with The Force Awakens, explaining much of the questions I have about that movie.
Why couldn't The Force Awakens mesh well with the rest of the Star Wars universe?
Because it's brand new.
So was
They're
Rogue
trying
One.
to... No, that is not. I feel like Rogue One was more for the ancient fans of Star Wars.
I see, I'm ancient?
Yes. And me. Because that's another thing that I was seeing is like they're not going to make some grand connection like Qui-Gon Jinn is Rey's father. Because you're going to have to go back. Young kids are going to have to know who the hell Qui-Gon Jinn is to know that that's a big deal. Like, the majority of their new audience is very young.
Okay.
So they have to reintroduce them into a new world that is kind of the same, but has some of the connections for the older people, but is also a new story that if you watch just The Force Awakens and then The Last Jedi, you know what's going on. You don't have to watch The Clone Wars or Rebels to find out something. But I just want them to mesh.
I don't know, man. See, like, as I see things as Marvel movies are meh to him, mediocre these days, aiming for average, as they say. I mean, average is generally above average right now. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if your movie gets 80% like that's a really great score now. Because so many movies get 40%.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, the movies have gone downhill.
I don't know, man. I get what you're saying, and it makes sense, but then I look at another Disney property like the Marvel movies, and I go, people can go and watch Thor Ragnarok and enjoy it without seeing any other Marvel movies.
Right.
And you just enjoy it more if you have seen the other Marvel movies.
But then there's going to be parts in it that you need to know what the hell has happened in
right, but that
previous
doesn't
movies
stop your
and the
enjoyment
new
of
movies.
it. Like, why are
Right.
they treating Star Wars fans like idiots?
I don't know.
Like, I'm watching The Punisher on Netflix right now, okay? All right? That show is great. It's better if you watch Daredevil Season 2 where they introduced the Punisher.
Right.
But if you didn't, you just want to watch a movie about or the TV show about the Punisher, there's 13 episodes that is a self-contained story about the Punisher. Like, you don't know his background, you don't know like everything that leads, like they spend the first 5 minutes of the first episode of the season wrapping up the loose ends of Daredevil Season 2's appearance. But then after that, it's brand new. So if you want to know more about what happened, you can go back and watch it, but you can still enjoy the show without knowing it. I feel like it's possible Star Wars is just choosing to not do that.
I feel like we are the ancient ones looking for connections between the older stuff.
But so are the movies not for us then? Is that the thing?
They're for the little children that are going to be buying the toys, man.
But you're 25 years old, man, and we spent 30 minutes talking about it on our show.
Because I love it.
So why doesn't Disney care about you, man?
Because they like the money of the children
Children
buying the
don't
toys.
Make money. You make money. I hit my microphone.
Right, but I don't spend money on lightsabers and other things. I give them one movie ticket and the Blu-ray. That's a total of $100.
I mean, I guess.
If you look at a child, they're gonna get the costumes, they're gonna get the lightsabers, they're gonna get the Legos,
you
the
have
plush
a Kylo
toys.
Ren mask, by the way.
Shut up! I'm still a child.
The Force Awakens better than prequels, at least? Yes, I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so. But I don't know, the story of the prequels is probably better. It's more interesting,
so.
But they're worse movies.
Yes. Yeah.
And there is a difference there. Like, you could have a really compelling story and not have a good movie.
Right.
And you can have a really good movie. It's like what you were saying before the show. Like, you're trying to watch the trailers without looking at them now because the flash and the spectacle of the trailers
The movie
makes you like them more.
Right.
Where if you just listen to it, you're kind of like, this is kind of bad.
That is exactly what happened. I rewatched The Force Awakens yesterday, and I really tried not to be like, lightsaber!
Right.
Oh, you got me. I love this shit. No, I tried to listen without watching and just hear what one character says to another and then how that other character processes that information and then comes up with something else.
Right.
And then it's just like, there's a lot of crap.
Right.
There's a lot of crap. The whole Finn and Rey relationship is really crappy.
Right.
It's like, oh, I like you. I want to be with you. I want to hang out. But both of them are trying to run away from the other.
Right.
Finn wants to not
Rey doesn't
be
know what she
anywhere where
wants.
the First Order is. Rey wants to go back home to wait for her damn
Yes.
family
Yeah.
for some dumb reason.
Yeah.
It's like, no, now you just met Han Solo. You got a mission. I don't know. Go do that. Focus on that and not your fucking 1,000 scratch marks on the same place that you've been in every single day where nothing has changed. You gotta go scavenge shit for food.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
It just
You love
didn't
it and I
make
don't.
sense.
That's the difference. Is
I
that
don't
you
love it.
still have
Obviously
hope.
not. I still have hope.
You still have hope.
But
I don't.
I don't love it because they
only
need to
interested
give me answers.
As a passerby at this point. It's just
Yeah.
like, all right, what's next in Star Wars? Where
I
you
need
want
to-
cool things to still happen.
Yes.
Where I don't think there is cool things that are going to happen anymore. I think you're going to get the same movie over and over again because that's making money. And until that stops making money, why would they change it?
I don't know.
Because they're not. It's clear to me from this article about Battlefront and Lucasfilm wanting them to milk it as much as they can.
Right.
What they care about most is how much money can Star Wars make Lucasfilm, not how can we make the best products for our fans.
Yeah.
Because if they did that, they would make Star Wars Overwatch.
Right.
They would do that. You would absolutely play a Star Wars Overwatch. You don't even play games.
Yeah.
But if they gave you 25 Star Wars characters to fight against 25 other Star Wars characters, you would absolutely play that game.
I mean, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that with them wanting to do a completely new trilogy
Yeah.
with no characters that are going to make them money. Like, obviously, these
No,
got
I think you're looking at it differently.
Instant cash grab.
Yeah, but they don't make money off Han Solo or Luke or Leia. That's for me to get, and my parents to go to the theater to watch their new movie. They're making money off all the new characters. Finn dolls, Rey dolls, Porg. That's what they make their money off of.
I don't know. Man.
They're not selling Luke Skywalker dolls anymore, dude.
That's true.
They're selling Finn dolls. They're selling Rey dolls.
They're the most hollow characters I've ever seen in movies.
It's because they're just walking dollar signs.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
I don't know.
Why do you
Well,
think...
then it's eventually going to fizzle out.
Yeah. And doesn't that make you sad?
Yes. That's why I'm holding on to hope.
I don't want you to be the guy who lives through the decline of Star Wars.
It's happening. You can't control that, man. Can't control that shit.
It's like there's some, like, the people, like, Marvel has this problem. And people in Marvel are, like, they're more spoiled, I feel like. So I think they talk about it more often. But, like, the person who runs Marvel Television, there's like one dude who's very bad at it. Mm-hmm. And he makes bad things. And Marvel Television viewers are like, if this dude leaves, Marvel Television is improved. We want everyone to know that we don't like this guy, so eventually Disney will fire him and bring someone else in or promote from within or whatever. That hasn't happened with Star Wars people yet. Mm-mm. And I think that's because Lucasfilm is better at the smokescreen of
it's Star Wars.
Right, don't blame. There's nothing happening. All we care about is the universe.
That's all you need to know is it's Star Wars.
Right. Where Marvel's always about the characters.
Yeah.
Like, how are you messing up Deadpool in this movie? Right. Like, that's how they approach it. Star Wars fans approach it with, lightsaber fights are cool. How many are there?
That was me.
And that's the problem.
That's me.
That's the major difference, I feel, between the two franchises, is that Marvel people care more about the characters, and Star Wars people care more about the spectacle.
Well, that's admittedly
as a blanket
true
statement.
Because you have with the characters, you have vast majority of things to reference to that character.
Right.
Comic books galore.
Right.
With these new movies, who the hell is fucking Rey?
Right. Well, and they got rid of rid of all the stuff for the characters that existed before.
Yeah.
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 They just don't care anymore.
They don't. Who is Rey? Why should I give a shit about who this lady is other than from what you've shown me? She can use the Force well.
Right.
Without any training.
Yeah.
Whoop-de-doo.
Right.
What does she have any significance to the story of?
Even Rey doesn't care that she can do that.
They have that.
Right.
They gotta have that, or else it's pointless.
Right.
And see, that's what I want to know, and that's why I want to see the new movie.
Well, that's what's funny, because like even Rey doesn't care that she can use the Force. She doesn't even care.
No.
The character herself doesn't care about it.
She doesn't even know what it is, really.
Her entire purpose is to get back to Sand Dune so she can get four portions for a metal plate.
Dude, I know.
That, by the way, would definitely have been scrapped by 30 years. Just for the
And
record.
like, just real quick mindset here. She has that whole Force vision, and then she talks to Maz.
Right.
And then it's kind of like what happened, and looking for, and then Maz tells her you're the people you're looking for are never coming back. You have a mission to go on to find Luke and bring him back. You have something to do. Take the lightsaber. And then she hears lightsaber is like, I don't ever want to touch that thing again. Ah! She just runs away, man. She's in a place that she's never been to, never seen this much green ever before, and then just bolts from the one place that she's been at that knows where it is into this forest of nothingness.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, the Empire's there. Yep. And they were like, this is how we'll get off of this crap that you don't really recognize.
It's been 15 minutes since there was a fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the writing was very poor, and I just...
But it wasn't. That's the thing.
It
was written exactly the way they meant to write it.
Yeah.
To make everyone think that it's a great Star Wars movie, to get your money and to sell products. But when you actually start to think about it, just like with Star Wars Battlefront campaign, when you actually start to think about it, it's not that good.
Yep. Nope.
And they're just distracting you with new things.
I agree.
To stop you from thinking about it, so you'll still go to see The Last Jedi on the day it opens.
I don't know. Do you think, like, this is just... I've had this problem with JJ.
Yeah.
For a good while.
Okay.
Just his movies, they look great. But do they make any lick of sense?
I don't even know what he's made recently.
Yeah, he hasn't made shit other than Star Trek, which looks great, but they're dumb if you look at the plot.
Star Trek's better than Star Wars, I would say, the new Star Trek.
Maybe.
But they're not all JJ either.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't write and direct the Star Wars
right.
movies.
He did the Star Wars, yes.
Or Star Trek, sorry.
Right.
Star Trek.
He did Star Wars.
Right, he wrote and directed
like,
Star Wars.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're bringing back the brand Star Wars.
Yeah, he made a
What's
New
the
Hope.
one thing that you're going to do? You're just going to recycle content, leave things way unopen, have weird dialogue,
But see,
cut
the
in
thing
with fights.
is that I don't blame JJ for that. At this point, I'm blaming Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
Because I see them out the people who behind Solo because they didn't get along. I see them tell EA to add more microtransactions. I see them give the dude who they love an entire new trilogy.
Yep.
Like, there's a puppet master here, and its name is Lucasfilm.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yes, and I think at this point we're woke to the fact that Lucasfilm is actually the problem, and we need to approach it from that standpoint.
Yep. I'm done with Star Wars.
All right, man.
I can't take any more.
Well, let's talk about some tragic news for me personally.
Oh no!
The Apple HomePod has been pushed
Oh no!
to early 2018.
What are you gonna do without that HomePod, man?
My life is just gonna have a HomePod-shaped hole in it until it shows up.
God! Wow!
Man.
Why?
They said that they need to spend a little bit more time getting it right. Said, we can't wait for people to experience HomePod, Apple's breakthrough wireless speaker for the home. But we need a little bit more time before it's ready for our customers. We'll stop shipping in the U.S., UK, and Australia in early 2018.
How do you need more time? It's been done. You just look at other schematics and be like, we need these parts.
It's got to be Siri, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be
it's
problems
not ready
with
yet.
Siri.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
1000%.
It's got to be that. Like, Siri, tell me the sports scores. It is currently 68 degrees.
Right.
Like, that's what's happening.
Yep. No, I would agree with you on that one. Because it's trying to do more than actual Siri on the phone is doing, right?
I don't know.
Because if it's not, then you have it. Just put the software
I think it's
in
supposed...
a fucking Raspberry Pi attached to some damn speakers, and then you have it.
I think the thing is it's supposed to compete more with, like, Sonos than it is with Echo. Like, I think it's supposed to be a very nice speaker.
Okay.
And it just happens to have
Siri.
voice assistant, where the entire point of, like, Echo is that it's a very good voice assistant that you can also play music on if you need to.
Right.
I think that's how they're billing it.
I would agree with you.
Which, honestly...
So that would lead to hardware issues then, maybe?
I don't know.
They can't fit all four
I
speakers
don't know, because
in their
they're like...
stupid box?
They showed, like, a whole video about, like, sonic ranges and, like, it learns the room, and then they demoed it. So, like, either they only had, like, one room it worked in, and that was the demo room, or that's been worked out for months. Like, when did they show this thing? Like...
June.
I feel like it was a while ago, right?
It was June.
It was only June? I feel like it was before June.
No, I thought it was WWDC.
You might be right about that.
I thought it was.
I don't know. It feels like it's been longer than that.
I don't know.
It's a national nightmare. Time
Featuring
feels like
360-degree sound and full room-filling audio.
And, like, I don't know. Like, I only wanted it because it worked better with the iPhone than my Echo does.
Yeah, unlike earlier takes on the category, the HomePod emphasizes the speaker part of the smart speaker.
Right. Right. That's I think is the difference.
Oh yeah, we need to hear the more bass in those speakers, man. I'm just not feeling the sound quality through my Echo. I really need to spend another $100.
Apple hasn't specified whether hardware or software is really the problem, though it's not entirely surprised given this is a first-gen product for the company. It's also the device that will set the stage for Siri's life outside the iPhone desktop. It's $350 a pop. Jesus. It's important to get things right the first time.
That's crazy expensive.
I mean, they own Beats.
Yeah.
Right? How hard would it be to be like, we need speakers? I mean, I get what this article's saying. Like, it's the first time they've ever made this product. But, like, you literally have a Beats box, like, speaker on your desk at home.
I do.
And that thing's a decade old, it feels like.
Yeah.
So, and Apple owns that company now.
They have a spot on the back of it for a wireless receiver that was eventually going to come out that never came out.
Well, it also has the iPhone pre-lightning tiny little hole
Yes, it does.
plug on the top of it. That's how old it is. Mm-hmm. And that's a Beats thing.
Yeah.
They made that.
Also sounds great.
Yeah. So, I feel like speakers aren't the problem.
No.
I don't know, dude. Just make it $50. Everything should be $50.
Yeah. Jeez Louise, man.
Stupid.
$350.
It's crazy.
You know how much Echo is? It's $200. You know how much Google Home is? $150.
I don't think Echo's even $200 anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I got a headache, man.
I'm sorry, dude.
That is unfortunate.
You me to kiss your head? Yeah, right here. All new Echo, $99.99.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can get 3 of them for $250.
That's ridiculous.
So, there you go, man.
That's crazy.
Hey,
so then you just upcharge it $250 more dollars.
Right. just because they can, because it sounds so much better. Well, and this Echo Dot, by the way, is $50. It's just this tiny little thing. It's like that thick and it's like that big around, and you just plug it into any speaker and it works. The only difference is it doesn't have the speaker part, but it has all the internet, all of the voice thing.
Sounds like a whole lot smarter than just buying a fucking $350 speaker.
Right.
Because you probably already own nice
If you
speakers.
care that much about being an audiophile, that the speakers are you have speakers already.
Yeah.
You could just buy a $50 Echo Dot.
God, Apple has no idea what they're doing.
Right, and they just started integrating the Sonos thing, which is like the multi-room support, into the Echo. So like I could put a Dot up there, I could put a Dot in my kitchen, I could put a Dot in my bedroom, and then have my big one out in the living room, and I could say play the Killers, and it'll play the Killers out there, and then I can come in here and say turn on my music in the bedroom, and it'll just start playing in here. Turn on my office music, and it'll turn it on.
So dumb.
Or I could say play it across the whole house, and it plays it on all four.
So yeah, that's not even a thing. It's just literally the speaker.
Yeah.
It's the new beat.
What is Apple doing, man?
It's the new beat.
They're dumb, dude. They're dumb. Quentin Tarantino got a large amount of money for his new movie about the Manson murders, and it's at Sony.
That's not a good
$100 million.
I mean, that's a lot of money for a Quentin Tarantino film.
Tarantino drove a hard bargain. Some studios balked at his deal terms. The picture, set in 1969, involves the Charles Manson family murders. It's rumored to have a budget of nearly $100 million, and Tarantino is demanding a first dollar gross, meaning he gets a taste of the studio's pre-tax revenues. He also receives final cut, which means that he gets the final decision on what the movie actually is.
Smart.
Like editing. That scared off some suitors. It says Tarantino's last film, The Hateful Eight, was a box office disappointment, only earning $155 million globally on a $44 million budget. He did the score with the likes of Inglourious Basterds and Django Unchained, and attracted serious awards attention. So, I don't know, man. Do we care about Tarantino anymore?
I've never seen Hateful Eight.
I haven't either. I think it's on Netflix right now. Like, we could just watch it for free. I haven't. Like, the last Tarantino movie I think I watched was... Well, I watched Django. I did watch Django Unchained. But I think before that it was Kill Bill.
What was the other one up there? Inglourious Basterds. I watched
never seen that.
That was good.
I've never seen that one.
That was good. That was the first Christoph Waltz performance, and god damn, he killed that role.
Right, that made him a household name.
He killed that shit. Yeah.
But I don't know, dude. I feel like Tarantino isn't as big of a deal as he used to be.
No, definitely not now.
But I don't think his movies have gotten any worse. Morris says it's all right.
Which one?
Like, okay, so he made Jackie Brown, which is a great movie. He made Reservoir Dogs, which is a great movie. He made the Kill Bill movies, which is great. And then Pulp Fiction, I think, is far and above regarded to be one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
Okay? But then since, like, Kill Bill was really weird, like, I feel like it made headlines because it was so violent and because it was in two parts.
Yeah.
Right? And then after that was, I think, Inglourious Basterds. Mm-hmm. And then it was Django, Hateful Eight. I feel like after Kill Bill... I don't know, man. I just feel like we don't care about, like, as a collective whole, Tarantino isn't part of pop culture anymore.
Right.
And I don't know when that happened. And it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't either. But I definitely agree with you. I don't know if it was the whole he pushes the limit with the N-word thing, or, like, what
I don't know. I feel like...
less respected.
I don't know when he fell out of good graces, like Christopher, like, I feel like now is more than ever the time of people know who directors are. Mm-hmm. Like, you know who the Chris Nolans of the world are. Yeah. You know who the Steven Spielbergs of the world are. You know, the Dennis Villeneuves of the world are. Like, all these people, the David Finchers. Like, I feel people know these people more now than they ever have before, and people just don't care about Quentin Tarantino anymore.
I don't know.
Like, I feel like he still makes low budget indie movies.
Yeah, but no, this one has $100 million.
Right.
And what the hell is that going to go towards with a Manson family murder story?
Who knows, dude?
Like,
have you seen Four Rooms? I've never even heard of that.
You don't need major CGI for that.
Have you heard of Four Rooms, dude?
I haven't. I watched a VFX breakdown for Mindhunter. Holy shit, there were so many visual effects in that show.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, because it took place in a different time period.
Yeah,
is that why?
That was it. And then, like, they had to
that's
shoot.
Probably part of it then for this movie. Because those take place about the same time.
But,
like, isn't Charles Manson a big inspiration into the Mindhunters TV show? Because that's like the first real serial killer, and they wanted to figure out.
With Manson,
right.
But I don't know. I'd be excited for it, depending on who's in it. I feel like, but
well, it's also the first time that, like, Tarantino has made a movie about a real subject.
Yeah.
as well.
And also, I thought he had like a big old plan of his to where he was like, I'm going to do 8 movies and that's it.
Right.
And Hateful Eight was his 8th
well,
one.
and I thought that he was going to do a universe as well.
Right.
Like all of his movies
All
take
of
place
them are
in the
connected
same
in some
universe.
way,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, dude. Have you seen 4 Rooms, 4 Directors? He was one of them. That sounds cool. I've never heard of it. Have you heard of that?
He likes being in his own stuff, though.
Tim Roth starred. Well, yeah, Tim Roth. I mean, that makes sense. He works with Quentin Tarantino all the time. That makes sense. I don't know. It's just weird. Maybe he was making 8 movies and he's done, and now he's gonna make normal movies.
Maybe.
Like maybe this is his first. I'm a normal director now type of movie.
That could be. That's weird. He needs more money.
It's interesting to me, dude. Okay, the only other story we had was your Amazon drone phone, amazing drone phone here. You want to watch it? You want to watch this?
Sure, man. Let's watch it.
Is this real?
It's a prototype.
Okay.
2016년 12월
Ooh, Korean.
당신은 세상에 없던 새로운 폰을 만나게 됩니다.
Drone phone.
Dude, if it's real, it looks cool as hell.
That's a delicious looking salad. Okay, there's no way that works, right?
I doubt it.
With a battery life of 6 seconds.
Right. That's a good point. I wouldn't trust that.
I mean, that's pretty sweet, dude.
It'd be cool if it worked, right?
That's also really cool.
This is the coolest part. Using the Force, man.
That's pretty cool. Who's it say it's made by?
Oh, I have no idea.
3, 2. Does anyone read Korean in our chat?
I don't even think it's a thing yet.
We're getting brainwashed right now. I just want you to know
We
that.
are. Oh, good.
This should be how we do our new intro. We should just steal this style right here, dude.
No.
No.
No. No.
I don't get it.
Said right now, dude. LG.
There you go.
That's a big company, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, we gotta Google it now, man. We need more.
God. What if it came out on April 1st?
I'm reading YouTube comments now. I'm leaving it up on there so you guys know what we're doing. What to do to get more views on YouTube? Any suggestions, please? Can I just reply and say get good?
Get good.
Good prank and very well done video, but no way it's real. The physics for one thing are impossible. You must have an open surface for the air to pass through to create lift, and the screen is there. Plus, it would be way too heavy.
I think it's a prank.
Agreed. For even semi-stable flight, quadcopters need 4 rotors, and this claims to only use 2. Even moderately long duration flights wouldn't be sustainable by compact smartphone batteries. Yeah, doesn't apply physics on that phone. LOL. Anything is possible. That person kind of science.
Scroll up. I want to see if it was posted like on LG's channel or something.
No, it's posted on Raises Secure.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you tell me.
It says Drone Phone Project 505 by LGU. Let's just Google that. Let's just Google that. We're going to do some sleuthing right here.
Like, literally, it's just the video, I'm sure. It's been a success story, but this aerial LG are yet to be launched.
I want to see, like, a press release from LG. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that all these websites with links and stuff on here are, like, super not real.
Right.
You know?
That looks like the exact
That's the
same
exact
article.
same article. It's literally copy and paste of the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks super real to me,
What if we Google real? Don't know, dude.
It says so little press on it.
Right. It can't be real, right? Like, if it's not on Engadget. I feel.
Watch it just be fake. Like, watch LG be like suing these people or something. Like, why? How dare you use our logo with this phone? This is not real.
Is LGU Plus a real thing? What if I Google that? Okay, LGU Plus is a thing. South Korea carrier owner. Okay. So that's like AT&T. So it's the carrier.
I gotcha.
So that doesn't even say that there's a company making it
LG.
then. Yeah.
Fake as shit. Fake news.
Chairs broke.
Fake news.
Well, we just spread fake news on here, man.
Yep. You're welcome. That was my story. Just like that horror story.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you read that whole thing on the story before I told you that was fake. That was great.
Yeah, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
You're a big old bitch.
All right, man. What else you want to talk about?
I don't know. I've got a headache.
I mean, we could end the show.
I'm dying.
It's a minute. We've done a minute and 35 seconds worth of show.
Geez, that's so short.
That's it, man. That's it.
That's so short.
So I mean, we could end. I mean, you got a headache and my butt hurts, and we're out of content. We did a minute. We did an hour. I did a minute again.
Has this felt like a minute?
To me, it has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 minute.
We did an hour worth of Star Wars and then 15 minutes worth of other show.
Yep.
And
Slow
then here we
news. Slow news.
Yeah.
Time.
And Thanksgiving, I'm sure, will be really jam-packed with news too.
Oh yeah, so many. Donald Trump.
We should
pardons
do
the
like
turkey twice.
Should we like just eat leftovers on the show? Have like Thanksgiving with our friends?
Sure.
I mean, we could do that. Like have a Thanksgiving dinner.
I'm
Me
down
chat.
as
Would
hell.
you guys be interested in that? We could get on Twitter and promote it and ask. You guys want to be here for our Thanksgiving celebration?
Yeah.
No one's gonna show up because it's Thanksgiving Day.
Right.
That's what I'm most worried about. Is that like we're not gonna have anyone here because it's Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Like it was already kind of a slow day in chat today. Because I feel like we're so close to the holiday, people are traveling and stuff. Like I feel like today, Thursday, and next Sunday are going to be dead weeks.
It's possible.
But we're here anyway.
Yeah.
We're here, and we're doing shows. So thank you guys for watching. Those of you who are here in chat, we appreciate it. Morris, you're our favorite, dude.
Yep.
We said it.
Straight up.
If you don't want to be if you want to be the favorite, you got to be here every day.
Yep.
Yeah. So congratulations. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We will be back Thursday night, Thanksgiving here in America, at 7 p.m. Central Time, doing this same stupid show. Come at twitch.tv/Seth and Colby. We also do one every Sunday at 2 p.m. Central Time. If you don't watch the show live, that's cool. We forgive you. Go to youtube.com/Seth and Colby to watch the video on demands, and the audio is on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Also a regular RSS feed at sethandcolby.com. That's where you get those links. Follow us on Twitter throughout the week where we post when we're going live. Colby posts hilarious memes on a daily basis.
All the time.
On our Twitter, twitter.com/Seth and Colby. And thank you guys again for getting us our sub button. It does mean a lot to us. It gets us super hyped. So thank you for that.
Super hype.
If you want to support the show, you can drop by, put a follow on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Seth and Colby. Even if you don't watch live, a follow is appreciated, and a sub is even more appreciated. So thank you guys for being there. We appreciate you. Don't know if you got that memo.
Love ya.
But we'll see you guys
Smooches.
on Thursday. Bye-bye, everybody.
Kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah.